Hello, my name is Aviad. I'm a senior developer at AuraPlayer, and in this video I would like to demo you our mobile application to manage the approval process on the Oracle EBS system. So for that I've opened two instances of our mobile application. On the left side we will log in into an employee on our test system, and on the right side we will log in into the manager of that employee on the test system. As the process is a kind of a dialogue between the employee and its manager, we will see it in both instances at the same time. So this is our mobile application for handling a few modules on the HR module in the EBS system. In this video we will focus on the approvals module, and we will demo the approval process of an expense report. So let's get into the approvals module on both sides. And our employee already created and submitted an expense report that we will start to go into the approval process and approve it. So this is our manager, and as you can see here the full list of items that are waiting for his approval. As in the work list in the EBS system, there are different categories that you can filter by. We will leave the open notifications category, and the first item on the manager list for approval is an expense report that he got from StockPet, which is the employee here on the left side. So on the table we can see a few general details on this item, but of course we can drill into this expense report and see what we have inside. A screen is built of a few areas. The first area is a group of action items that our manager can use to manage the approval process. It can approve it, reject it, or request more information. We'll get into it in a minute. And then we have the information on the expense report. We have here the general information on the expense report. You can see here the total, the dates, the purpose, and everything else. And of course we can see the details of this expense report. Here on the bottom we can see that this expense report includes some cash line expenses, and we can drill into these expense lines. And now we will get into a table with all the details of these expense lines. And we can see that at one of the lines we have some policy violation, which is, this is a hotel expense, but it also has an attachment to it. So we see here the icon of the attachment, and we can click on it, and this will download the attachment and we will be able to view it. Here we can see the details of the attachment, and we can just ask to bring the attachment itself, the image itself of the receipt. So in our case this is the sample of the receipt. We can view it and decide what we want to do with it. We will go back to our approval application. We'll get back to our details screen. Just for the sake of this demo, we will start by requesting more information on this report. So I'll just press this button, and here I can decide who I want to request information for. The first option of course is to request information from our employee, the one that sent this request. I can also request information from other users. This is also supported. But let's keep with the simple example and ask here for the information that we want. Let's say here the hotel price was very high. Why did you stay at this specific hotel? Let's say that this is what I'm asking as a manager. So I'll just submit it. I won't see the 161 here expense report anymore, and you see it was disappeared. But if I'll go here to the employee lists, I should see here the item gets into his work list, and here it is. The first item now here is more information requested for this report. So I'll get in. Here it is. Here's the question that came back from my manager. total price was very high, why did you use it? I can see here the other details of the expense report, and of course I can reply and say this was the only available hotel in the area, sorry, and I can submit it. Again, it will be removed from my list and will get to the manager's list. So let me get here and press the refresh button on the manager list, and here it is. It got back to the manager list. I will click it and I can see the response of the employee. Stockpad has provided information, this was the only available hotel, and I can decide what to do with it. I'm a nice manager, so I'll just approve it. Here it is. My expense report has been approved. Of course, if I will also go to my expense list module, I should see on my submitted report list that this report, here it is now pending payable approvals, which means that it passed the first step of the approval process, the manager approval, and now it went to the next step on our workflow. That's it. Thank you for your attention.